Hey everyone, this is Michael here with SLR Lounge. I am one of the lead cinematographers here at Lynn & Joseph Photography, and we're here today to talk about 5 tips to get the most out of your drone videography. Tip number 1, ND filters. One of the sure signs that screams amateur in a drone video is the lack of ND. If you've never heard of ND filters, they're basically glass filters that block light from entering your sensor. Think of them as sunglasses for your lens. NDs are critical for video because it helps to cut down exposure without cranking your shutter speed. Faster shutter speeds make your video look jittery. That, coupled with the smaller sensor size found on most drones, is a sure way to make your video look jarring. Pro tip: if you're using DJI's filters for the Mavic Pro, make sure to insert the filter after you power on the drone. Gently press the filter in against the lens. Otherwise, the filter may jam against the head of the drone when calibrating. Tip number 2, using foreground elements in your drone shots. Foreground elements help create interesting compositions and layers in both photo and video. The same rules apply when shooting on the ground as when flying in the air. If your shot is not visually interesting in camera, color grading, slow-mo, and other tricks won't magically make your shot look any better. Utilize some foreground elements to enhance the production value of your shot. Pro tip: using trees or a building to reveal your scene is a great way to bring the viewer into your scene. You can see that this shot is much more interesting to watch because the wagon is used as a storytelling element in the scene. Tip number 3, move and pan the camera with control. For slower, more establishing shots, move the drone in one direction while panning the camera in the opposite direction. While this is an easy maneuver, controlling the movement for steady footage takes practice. Pro tip: adjust the gimbal speed to your liking and get a smoother shot. Tip number 4, reveal the scene by panning and tilting. For fast camera movements that capture wide scenes, this is the action to implement. Panning the camera from left to right showcases the vast scene, while tilting leads the viewer into the scene. Pro tip: by starting your flight path closer to the ground, you are also utilizing more of your foreground space, which will exaggerate the camera move. Tip number 5, keep filming on the flight back. After you take off and nail your perfect shot, keep rolling for a backup shot and for creative purposes. It isn't enough just to be recording throughout. You've got to make sure that you're flying back just as smooth as your initial shot. That's it, guys. 5 simple tips to take your drone videography to the next level. Comment down below if you come across any other tips for drones, and make sure to subscribe to see more.